this week?
Practice this week's been better than the other two. I think we came out this week with intensity and came out knowing what we had to do, since North Texas does a little bit more of the same thing as Virginia Tech did. And well, we pretty much do the same thing at all. So we didn't really have to change that much things. We just came out with the right intensity today. Came out and hit a little bit harder. Everybody was a little bit better focused.
Was that something that you got together as players that changed because of players? Or was that something that Coach had to address with you guys?
That's just things that the leaders on the team did. We all got together. We have a team meeting like every Thursday, just to get together and establish things that needs to be done. That was one of the things that was on the top of our board, was to everybody just come out with the right intensity and mental effort, come out and practice hard.
Dante, it did look like you moved around just a little bit more this last week than maybe the first game. Did that work out for you, or
it's the same. I actually did the same thing in all the games. Actually, on pass rushing downs, I go down and play defensive end, and it's like an end/linebacker. Sometimes I'm up, and sometimes I'm down, but I think it did pretty good. We worked pretty hard at it. I was in the film room with Coach Sal. I met with Coach Saban and Coach Willis and Coach Smart and talked about things that we were trying to do. And we did a great job at that. The defensive line had great pressure, and that was one of the key things that sealed off the win against them.
Even when it's not passing situations, talk about the guys up front and how that helps you right behind them. They're great, all of them, because they're well coached, very disciplined. Coach Davis does a great job. They all know what they have to do. They know in the film room, they know what the opponents that we play, they know what they like to do on first, second downs, third downs. So, that's just, they're great. They're in the film room together. They actually meet after practices sometimes just to get in the film room and go over certain things that they might do that they haven't done in past games. So, they've been doing a real good job.
When you go from Will and then you go to, I guess, what's basically like a jack out there, your responsibilities kind of change and stuff. Is that just, I guess, a testimony to your versatility that you can do it that easily, or did they really have to work with you to tell you how this role changes on this down? Or
I had to be coached at it. I did it in high school, but in high school I was just told just go get the quarterback. But in college, it's not that easy. it's certain plays that I have to have contained, and other plays where they just cut me loose. So, I work with Coach Sal a lot in the film room, watching Julius Peppers, a lot of guys like that, see what they do. So I go out and practice on that, and he stays in my ear about certain things like that during practice, just so we're playing a lot of teams. These three teams that we played, they run a lot of spread. And that being said, that I'll play in a lot because they pass the ball a lot. So I'm just in the film room with them, practicing, working on certain steps, read steps, and things like that.
You like that, though, don't you? That kind of versatility.
So. Yeah, I like being one of the guys that they expect to come up and make big plays with that, being involved with Marcel Darius and Lorenzo Washington, and guys like that, because, we do a great job communicating, setting each other up for stunts, not being selfish on the defensive line. And I think that's one thing that we have this year as far as communication on the defensive lines that we didn't have last year.
Dante, when you come off the edge in practice, talk about what it's like trying to get around Carpenter.
I don't actually go against Carpenter as much, but when I do, you got to be a little careful with him, because he's one of the guys that he wants you to go upfield just because he has those long arms. He can just push you right past the quarterback. So you got to kind of set him up every now and then, give him a couple of stunts just to make him work. But he's a great athlete, and I think he's doing a real good job.
We all see how fiery Coach Sal is in practice. Talk about a little bit about what he brings to the table and how you've grown since he's been here.
He brings he's the he's the coach with the most character. He brings a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of fight to the team. He does a real good job. Whenever we're having a slow practice, it doesn't have to be Coach Saban or Coach Smart. It's always Coach Sal. Even if he doesn't coach your position, he'll get on. To the defensive backs and the linebackers. Defensive line, it doesn't really matter. And just him working with him. I think that my game improved a lot, not only at defensive end but at linebacker too, because he's been in the National Football League. He's been around great players like John Rucker and Julius Peppers like that. So, I mean, he knows what it takes, and he's helped me a lot, actually, in my game.
How much bigger are you this year, say, compared to a year ago?
I'm actually around the same weight. Just in the offseason, I was with Coach Cochran and Coach Saban. They wanted me to trim down on my body fat a little bit. So, I mean, I was in doing that. And, I stay in the weight room, get a little more extra, and just try to stay lean just because I play defensive end now so I can be able to come off the ball.
So it doesn't look like – I mean, it looks like there are a bunch of other guys who kind of did the same thing. I mean, the team just looks –
Yeah, I think everybody's just a little bit more I don't know what it is about this year. I think everybody's just a little bit more excited about it, or I mean, want to be more a part of something special. I mean, we see that we have the opportunity ahead of us, and everybody wants to take advantage of it. So, I mean, like right now downstairs, there's probably 30 people doing extra workouts, even though we were outside and when it felt like 100-degree weather with the humidity and the heat. I mean, there's guys that want to get better, and everybody wants to play. And, I mean, everybody has their hunger. Everybody wants to be a part of what we have, and I think what we have is special.
When I go out and talk to people, and your name comes up, I keep hearing the same word over and over again: beast. I mean, what goes through your mind when you hear something like that?
I'm thankful. I mean, that's one of the key things about my game is I try to be relentless, and I think that's what makes me a good pass rusher, because when I come off the ball, I mean, I might be shielded and it might be a sprint out, but I'm still going to go 100%. I'm going to try to sack the quarterback. I'm not going to let him get outside of me. I'm just going to do the best I can, and thankfully that's done a lot. And I think with that attitude and that mentality that I bring to the team like that, I think that my teammates feed off of that. So, I mean, Virginia Tech, I mean, Tyrod Taylor got loose a couple of times, but, I mean, me being relentless, they see me being relentless, and they make me be like, well, he's tired, I'm tired too. So, I mean, let's all just go, let's step it up. And I think that everybody's like that this year. Everybody has that mentality and that state of mind.
I'll tell you, Darius has kind of been playing a good bit, kind of a unique situation. How do you feel like he's done stepping into that role?
I think he's done a great job. We always knew that he was going to be a special player. And that being said, I mean, we all been in the weight room with him. Terrence Cody and Lorenzo Washington kind of took him under the wing, making him watch film, techniques and things like that. But Marcel is a beast. He's big, he's strong, and he's fast. I mean, I don't know. I don't see how you could block him. But I mean, I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's part of the team, and I think he can be something special for us.
Was he kind of showing that last year? I mean, flashes of that where you guys saw that in practice last year?
We seen it a lot. It's just as I mean, he just had a little bit of trouble understanding what was going on. But at the end of the season, that's whenever he was in the film room a lot, and he started to understand what was going on. So I mean, that's why he's out in the field now, and he's still doing it right now. So I think that's one of the key assets of the team is having Marcel in on pass rushing and rushing the downs.
You guys talked a whole lot about pass rush coming into this season. How do you feel like it's gone the first 2 weeks? Obviously, the numbers have been a good bit better.
I think we've done a great job, but I mean, you know, we just have to get better every week. I mean, they seen what we do as far as stunts and things like that. We just got to come out with the same mentality, being relentless off the ball, knowing that they're going to try and stop us. They're going to try to chip us. They're going to try to cut us, which we've seen in the Florida International game. But I mean, we just can't stop. We got to be relentless and get back to the quarterback and affect him and help out the defensive guys.
And to follow up on that, your run defense was good last year. It seems to be better this year. Is that just more maturity, more physical? What is that?
I think so, and I think that's just another thing about our defense too. Like, we have the right mentality as far as pass rushing and passing downs too, but we can't let anybody run the ball on us. That's what Alabama's known for, is a great defense, a great rushing stop defense, and I think we're doing a real good job of that.
Has there been extra attention on kickoff coverage yesterday and today's
Oh yeah, we're working on that right now, trying to shift guys around, adding guys who want to be out there, who's hungry, and I mean, as you've seen, I mean, Trent Richardson, he's out there on kickoff team now. He's doing a real good job. He's one of the freshmen that's hungry. So I mean, hopefully we'll get this straightened out, because I mean, our special teams is very detrimental to our team. I mean, we got all around that. I mean, we got great punt return. We got Javier and Terry Grant back there. So we need to fix the special teams just to straighten things out. And I think we'll get that fixed by the end of the week.